A quick dinner and a small bill. An American habit that was supposed to last forever. But look around. How many stores you used to visit are now gone? Red Lobster, Denny's, Pizza Hut, and Jack in the Box were once icons. Now they are becoming memories of another time. When the economy weakened, Americans started eating at home again. Ironically, the fast food chains that promised convenience are now collapsing. Rising ingredient costs and high interest rates made survival harder. Bad management and cheap deals only pushed them further down. This became the last meal for an industry that once ruled the world. Today, we'll look at 15 fast food empires that are falling before 2026. We'll also see why even burgers are no longer safe from the crisis. Stay till the end because this story is not just about food. It's about the end of an American dream. Red Lobster once brought the ocean to people's plates. But now a wave of debt is sinking that ship. In May 2024, Red Lobster, the famous seafood chain, filed for bankruptcy. This was not just a headline. It was a warning for the whole fast casual food industry. Thousands lost their jobs and many stores closed. The all-you-can-eat shrimp sign turned into A for lease board. They launched that shrimp deal to attract customers after the pandemic. But shrimp prices increased by more than 30%. Operating costs were the highest in 20 years. They sold shrimp for $20, but each one cost too much to make. The more people ate, the more money they lost. Their successful marketing became financial failure. Customers came in crowds, but profits disappeared. Behind that story lies the real problem of America's economy. Inflation increased the price of food, rent, and labor. Wages doubled for kitchen workers compared to 5 years ago. The cheap and filling restaurant model stopped working. Red Lobster's story reflects middle-class America's struggle with inflation. People eat out less, and restaurants cut staff to survive. The belief that everything will stay the same is gone. In trying to win back customers, Red Lobster kept using discounts. But discounts only made them weaker. When other restaurants improved quality, they kept burning money. Some say greed destroyed them, not shrimp. But maybe they were just victims of a system built on endless consumption. Americans are now full, but tired of being full. They are bored of overpriced food. If a 56-year-old brand can't survive, who can? Subway, Burger King, or even faith in American fast food? Sometimes, all you can eat is not a promise. It's a goodbye to a broken system. Subway once said, "Eat fresh." Now the only thing fresh is the closing sign. If Red Lobster drowned in debt, Subway dried up in the market. They once had more than 27,000 stores in America. Now fewer than 20,000 remain. Over 7,600 stores vanished in 9 years. That's like one Subway closing every single day. Many old stores have turned into vape shops or salons. The reason lies in their own business model. Anyone could open a Subway. It was cheap and easy to manage. But that also meant anyone could fail. Different owners created uneven quality across the country. When quality disappears, trust disappears too. Then came higher rent, ingredient costs, and operating expenses. Middle-class Americans didn't get richer, but food got pricier. When a sandwich costs $12, people think twice. They start choosing real restaurants instead. Fast food is no longer fast or cheap. Then came another shock. Subway was sold to a Wall Street company. Now financial analysts, not chefs, run the brand. It became a business of profits, not sandwiches. People remember Subway from their old lunch breaks. They remember the $5 deals during the 2008 crisis. But now that deal and trust are gone. Someone joked, Subway used to feed workers, now it teaches economics. That joke is sad but true. Subway's new strategy looks like Burger King's failed plan in 2022. If Subway is shrinking, Burger King is burning down. The brand that once challenged McDonald's is now in deep trouble. In 2023, Burger King closed over 400 stores in 1 year. Major franchises in Florida and Georgia went bankrupt. Hundreds lost jobs and investors lost hope. The main problem wasn't the burgers. It was their own policies. Their "Reclaim the Flame" campaign cost hundreds of millions. Owners had to pay for expensive renovations during high interest rates. The parent company took profits while operators carried the risk. Rising beef prices and high rents made it worse. Burger King said, "Have it your way," but owners wanted a way out. They spent millions on ads and celebrity campaigns. But Americans just wanted affordable meals, not flashy marketing. During a weak economy, this was like painting gold on a sinking ship. Burger King didn't fail because of fewer customers. It failed because it lost connection with them. A king can survive without a crown, but not without his people. And people are leaving, one by one. The question is, can Burger King save itself? Or will it burn with its own flame? While Burger King struggles, Jack in the Box is cutting itself to survive. Since 2024, it has planned to close up to 200 stores. They also sold Del Taco, a brand they bought for $500 million. They call this an asset-light strategy, but it looks more like desperation. Why would a 70-year-old brand do this? The reason is simple: traffic and interest rates. Customer numbers are falling and loans are expensive. Older Americans don't want greasy burgers at night. Younger ones prefer healthy meals. Borrowing money for growth now feels suicidal. So Jack in the Box decided to shrink to survive. But behind the business words are lost jobs and dark storefronts. Once known for humor and creativity, the brand feels lifeless. Empty stores and app coupons replaced smiling faces. It became a symbol of an economy running out of energy. In today's America, survival matters more than success. And ahead lies Boston Market, once the heart of family dinners. The smell of roasted chicken used to fill American homes. Now it's the smell of failure and unpaid bills. Founded in 1985, it was once a second kitchen for families. By 2025, it's collapsing fast. Boston Market faces over 150 lawsuits from suppliers and landlords. Some stores had their equipment taken away. Many employees didn't get paid for weeks. Stores closed quietly like empty houses along highways. It's not just bad luck. It's a brand trapped in the past. They believed family dinners would never fade. But families no longer eat together like before. Young people eat in cars. Adults eat at work. Old people order from apps. Boston Market's food is still tasty, but its time has passed. Add poor financial management and unpaid wages, and the dream is gone. An American story that once fed millions now ends in silence. Boston Market used to be a place where families came together for warm meals. But now, the stores are quiet and empty. A former employee said, "We're still roasting chickens, but there are no customers left to serve." That simple sentence shows how deeply the brand has fallen. Boston Market didn't fail only because of weak sales. It failed because it lost its emotional connection with Americans. While other fast food chains tried to attract people with discounts, Boston Market tried to sell nostalgia. But in 2025, Nostalgia can't pay the electric bill. Family meals were once the heart of the brand. Now they are a memory from a past America. The name Boston Market sounds almost like Boston closed. A brand that once brought warmth is now frozen by the cold reality of the market. And if a friendly rotisserie chicken chain can't survive, modern brands in California are also at risk. On the West Coast, Rubio's Coastal Grill is facing the same fate. Once known for its fresh fish tacos and healthy burritos, Rubio's was a symbol of the California dream. But in 2024, the company filed for bankruptcy again and closed over 48 stores. Even Los Angeles lost almost half of its locations. It's shocking because Rubio's was once a leader in the clean eating trend. But high costs in California destroyed its business. Rent went up nearly 40% after the pandemic. The price of imported fish and vegetables rose another 20 to 30%. And the biggest hit was the $20 minimum wage law for fast food workers. It sounds good on paper, but it broke many small restaurant chains. Fast food profits are very low, so even a small cost increase can be deadly. Rubio's didn't want to avoid fair pay. They just couldn't afford to stay open. This story isn't just about burritos. It's about the California dream turning into a nightmare. People once believed eating healthy and living green was the new American dream. But now, that dream has become too expensive. You can't sell $9 burritos to people struggling with inflation. Sustainability was possible only until the bills arrived. People say they support green brands until they actually have to pay more. Rubio's wanted to save the world, but the world didn't want to pay extra. Their stores now stand empty along the coast, looking beautiful but dead inside. If a healthy brand can't survive in California, what hope is left for others? Eating clean may no longer be a moral choice but a luxury for the rich. Next, we look at Pizza Hut, another fallen giant. Pizza Hut used to mean family night, red tables, and hot cheese pizza. Now hundreds of stores are closing, and many franchise owners are bankrupt. Even the parent company, Yum Brands, is struggling to hide the losses. The problem is not just money but an outdated business model. Pizza Hut was built for a time when families ate together in restaurants. But in 2025, families prefer delivery or takeout. Empty dining rooms now cost more to run than they earn. Electricity, rent, and ingredient prices keep rising, especially cheese and flour. Pizza Hut raised prices to survive, but that pushed customers away. Competitors like Domino's invested in delivery tech and mobile apps. Pizza Hut tried to stay traditional and lost both old and new customers. People joke that Pizza Hut is reheating old memories, but the oven is cold. This is not just Pizza Hut's story. It's the story of many American brands that failed to change in time. They saw the future but didn't step into it. They believed Americans would keep eating the same way forever. But the world has moved on. In this economy, nostalgia doesn't pay the electricity bill. When a Pizza Hut closes, it's not just a restaurant disappearing. It's a piece of American family life fading away. Now let's talk about Red Robin, the burger chain once loved for gourmet taste. Red Robin is now caught between two worlds. It's too expensive for fast food but not special enough for fine dining. The company plans to close up to 70 stores in 5 years. They spent too much trying to look premium but forgot what customers wanted. Renovations, new menus, and cocktail bars increased costs, not profits. A burger meal now costs nearly $20, which feels too high for most people. Customers walk in expecting a casual treat but leave feeling overcharged. Red Robin lost its identity and now pays the price. Meanwhile, simpler brands like Five Guys and Shake Shack are winning. They focus on takeout, smaller menus, and efficiency. America in 2025 doesn't have time for slow dining at fast food prices. Red Robin calls it an emotional meal, but the market calls it bad business. The company now cuts staff, serves smaller portions, and turns off lights to save power. Another brand, Steak and Shake, learned from this mistake. Instead of expanding, they decided to shrink. They closed more than 200 stores, fired thousands, and switched to automation. Now, customers order food from machines instead of waiters. Old fans hate it, but it's keeping the company alive. This brand was once known for fresh burgers and handmade milkshakes. But inflation, high wages, and expensive ingredients destroyed that old model. So they cut everything and focused on survival. And surprisingly, it worked. After years of losses, Steak and Shake finally made a profit again. Sometimes you don't need to grow bigger. You just need to stop losing money. That's the strange truth of the fast food world today. Every company dreams of expanding, but only those who shrink survive. Steak and Shake understood that smaller can be stronger. And for those who keep trying to grow, the end may come soon. Because in this economy, survival isn't about who makes the best burger. It's about who can control their losses the fastest. These 10 fast food empires once fed a generation of Americans. Now they are fighting just to stay open. Each restaurant that closes takes away a piece of American memory. The real question is not who will fall next. The question is, are Americans still willing to pay for memories? When every dollar matters, nostalgia has become too expensive. If you've ever eaten at these chains, comment below. Which one do you miss the most, and why do you think it failed? This isn't just a story about food. It's a story about how America is changing, one meal at a time. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories revealing the truth behind famous brands. This video is made only for analysis and commentary using public information. It's not an accusation, but a mirror showing how even fast food can't outrun time.